Hello, passionate Celtic fans. It's been quite a whirlwind of a day, hasn't it? Waking up to all this news hitting at once, trying to wrap your head around it, it's enough to make anyone's head spin. Right, so let's get into it properly. Celtic Football Club has announced a major shake-up today, and it's safe to say it's got everyone talking. Wilfried Nancy's tenure as manager has been cut short, with the club deciding to terminate his contract immediately. It's never an easy decision to make, and naturally, the club has extended its thanks to Wilfried for his efforts and wishes him and his family all the very best for the future. Alongside Wilfried, his assistants Swami Ampidu, Yul Gwagan, and Maxim Charlie will also be leaving, and of course, Celtic are sending them off with their good wishes too. On top of that, Paul Tisdale has stepped down from his role as head of football operations, a move that further signals a fresh start for the club's management structure. Celtic have promised supporters further updates, and soon after they delivered what they called a manager update. Martin O'Neill is set to return as manager until the end of the season, bringing with him a sense of stability that fans have been craving. He will be supported by assistants Sean Maloney and Mark Fingham, as well as Stephen McManus, joining the existing coaching staff of Gavin Strain, Stevie Woods, and Greg Wallace to oversee first-team matters. It's a big reshuffle, but one that's already bringing a bit of hope back to the park. Martin O'Neill spoke on his return, saying how honoured he is to be back and how eager he is to get working with the players once more. There's a confidence in his words, a reassurance that he knows the club inside out and can steady the ship in what's been a turbulent season so far. He also wished Wilfried well, noting that while the way things worked out was disappointing, it was necessary to make the change and move forward with optimism. The interim chairman, Brian Wilson, echoed these sentiments, stressing the importance of unity in the stadium and calling on supporters to rally behind the team and management to create the best environment possible for a turnaround. Unity at Celtic Park has always been vital, and now more than ever, the fans' role in lifting the team could be decisive. Other voices around the club, including Michael Nicholson and Dermot Desmond, offered measured reflections on Wilfried's departure, acknowledging his efforts while recognizing that things simply didn't pan out as hoped. The tone has been respectful across the board, with a recognition that sometimes football decisions are made with both human and professional considerations in mind. It's fair to say that while the news was expected by some, the timing still came as a surprise. Many supporters had anticipated a longer wait, wondering just how long the club would persist with Wilfried, given the string of 6 defeats in 8 games. The fact that the decision came now, rather than dragging into the new week or beyond, has given the fan base a renewed sense of hope. With Martin O'Neill back in charge, the league campaign feels alive again, and suddenly the possibility of fighting for top honours seems within reach. His previous stint gave fans confidence, and now with the knowledge that he'll be at the helm until the end of the season, there's a sense of stability returning to a club that's been through a storm of uncertainty. The players, too, have a familiar figure to respond to, someone who has guided them before and knows what it takes to succeed. At Celtic, that familiarity could be exactly what's needed to spark performances that were missing under Wilfried Nancy. Of course, Wilfried's appointment never quite had the buzz or excitement you'd expect when a new manager steps in, and it showed. From the off, there seemed to be a disconnect between him and the squad. Reports suggest that even his first meeting with the players might have been on the wrong footing, setting up a challenging dynamic that proved difficult to overcome. Add to that the injuries, the pressure from supporters, and a board that didn't fully back him in public. And it's clear why things unraveled the way they did. Still, while Wilfried struggled, it's not about disrespecting the man. Many believe he's a decent individual, just perhaps not equipped for the role at that moment. Football at this level is unforgiving, and the perfect storm of circumstances combined with his own shortcomings created a situation that was always going to be tough to navigate. The hope now is that the squad learns from the mistakes of the past few weeks, realizes the importance of stepping up, and starts to perform for Martin O'Neill. Fans have been frustrated, no question about it. The past 7 or 8 games, the lackluster performances, the defeats that seemed to pile up week after week, it all contributed to a sense of despair. But now, with the interim period over and a manager with a proven record back in charge, there's a genuine chance to turn things around. The upcoming fixtures present a challenge, of course, but also an opportunity. Dundee United at home, Falkirk away, Talbot away, Bologna away, Hearts away, and Utrecht at home. Tough games, no doubt, but when you consider them through the lens of Martin O'Neill's return, suddenly there's a potential for momentum. The players have responded to him before, securing results under his guidance, and the hope is that this time they'll show the same commitment, energy, and drive. The league table is tight, 6 points behind Hearts, and level with Rangers, meaning every match counts and every point is precious. If the team can find form again, the title chase isn't just a dream. It's entirely achievable. Supporters, too, have a role to play. Rebuilding trust between the fans and the players is vital. Martin O'Neill has experience in galvanizing squads and encouraging unity, but he'll need everyone pulling in the same direction. The atmosphere at Celtic Park can be transformative, and if the supporters create that energy, it could inspire performances that were previously absent. The Green Brigade and all fans returning fully behind the team could make a tangible difference on match days, turning the stadium into the fortress Celtic needs it to be. Confidence is contagious, and the right kind of support can lift players to new heights, motivating them to run through walls for the shirt once again. Meanwhile, Martin is likely acutely aware of the squad's deficiencies. He knows the gaps that need filling, the physicality that must be added, and the quality in key positions that's required to mount a serious challenge. The transfer window provides an opportunity to bring in reinforcements, and ideally, the club will back him in identifying the players needed to strengthen the side. There's also the Europa League to consider, another avenue where success can boost morale and build momentum. With careful management, shrewd signings, and renewed focus from the current squad, Celtic have a chance to salvage what looked like a slipping season and inject belief back into the club, players, and fans alike. Returning to Martin O'Neill brings not just familiarity, but credibility. He's proven he can handle pressure, navigate difficult circumstances, and inspire players to perform at their best. That steadiness is exactly what the club needed at this point. Fans can now feel more assured, knowing the man in charge isn't just a stopgap. He's a leader who knows the club's DNA, understands the league, and can get the best out of the players. The upcoming weeks are critical, and while there's no magic wand that will fix everything overnight, the combination of experience, authority, and fan support could very well be the catalyst for a remarkable turnaround at Celtic Park. Now that Martin O'Neill is back in charge, the focus shifts entirely to the players and how they respond. It's one thing having a manager with history at the club, but the real challenge is whether the squad can rediscover the hunger and discipline that's been lacking over the last month. The last 7 or 8 games under Wilfried Nancy were tough to watch. A mixture of confusion, poor organization, and a lack of fight on the pitch. The players seemed disconnected, sometimes flat, and even when opportunities presented themselves, the cohesion just wasn't there. Martin's return brings familiarity, but it also brings expectation. He knows what it takes to motivate this team, but the players must show they're willing to rise to the challenge. Training sessions are likely to be intense, tactical briefings more thorough, and a renewed emphasis on accountability and leadership will dominate the dressing room atmosphere. Fans will want to see immediate results, but the truth is that transforming a side's mindset isn't something that happens overnight, even with the right person at the helm. The upcoming fixtures will test Celtic in every way imaginable. Starting with Dundee United at home, the team will need to hit the ground running. The stadium is set to be buzzing again, supporters returning with high hopes, and that atmosphere could give the players the lift they desperately need. The energy of a packed Celtic Park, the chance, the passion, it can be transformative. After Dundee United, it's Falkirk away, a tricky tie on the road, where discipline and focus will be essential. Talbot away follows another challenge, but one that can be approached with renewed confidence under Martin's guidance. Then comes Bologna away in Europe, a fixture that will require both tactical nous and mental resilience. Celtic have the quality in the squad to compete at this level, but only if the players respond to Martin's leadership and embrace a more unified, cohesive approach on the pitch. Hearts away and Utrecht at home complete the next block of matches, a mixture of domestic and European challenges, each carrying weight for morale, momentum, and the fight for the league. Martin's experience and familiarity with the squad could be decisive here, giving him an edge in motivating and extracting the best performances from players who have sometimes struggled to deliver under pressure. One of the crucial factors will be the response of the squad to the renewed expectations. Some players under Wilfried Nancy appear disengaged or hesitant to take responsibility, and Martin will need to re-establish trust and authority quickly. Leadership on the pitch from senior players will be vital, encouraging younger or less confident squad members to perform to their potential. If the captaincy group and experienced figures step up, it can cascade into better performances across the team. The team's shape, discipline, and commitment will all need to improve, but there's reason for optimism. Martin knows the players, he understands their strengths, and he has a track record of guiding them to results even under challenging circumstances. That familiarity can be the catalyst for turning what looked like a lost season into a credible challenge for silverware. Off the pitch, fan support will also play a pivotal role. Celtic Park has always been a fortress when supporters are fully behind the team, and a rejuvenated atmosphere could lift the squad in ways that tactics alone cannot achieve. The Green Brigade and other fan groups returning with renewed energy can create an intimidating environment for opponents, helping the team feel backed at every turn. The unity of the fan base is something Martin has often highlighted, and in his previous spells, he's seen firsthand how a vibrant, passionate crowd can inspire players to raise their game. The message from the board and management is clear. The club needs a collective effort, and the synergy between supporters and players is crucial if Celtic are to climb back up the league table and maintain momentum in Europe. Transfer plans will also be a key talking point in the weeks ahead. Martin O'Neill is acutely aware of the gaps in the squad, particularly in terms of physicality, depth, and quality in key positions. The window provides an opportunity to bring in reinforcements that match the style and demands of the team. It's likely that any new arrivals will be carefully considered, targeting players who can immediately impact results and complement the existing squad. The blend of experienced campaigners and young talent could be the difference between a patchy campaign and one where Celtic push for every possible trophy. Fans will be watching closely, but the hope is that Martin's experience and the board's backing can ensure the right signings are made, giving the manager the tools he needs to deliver on the pitch. The psychological impact of Martin's return should not be underestimated. Players who struggled under Wilfried Nancy now have the chance to reset, to rebuild confidence, and to regain belief in their own abilities. Previous frustrations, errors, and missed opportunities can be put behind them if they respond positively. This is a fresh start in the truest sense, a chance to restore pride, reignite ambition, and focus fully on the objectives that matter: winning matches, competing for the league, and performing on the European stage. Every game becomes a test of character, and with Martin leading, there's reason to believe that the squad can meet those challenges head-on. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. Shockwaves are rippling through Celtic Park as whispers circulate that manager Wilfried Nancy has made a ruthless move in the wake of a heated Old Firm clash. According to sources close to the squad, Nancy, known for his ironclad approach to discipline, has reportedly dropped one of his key starters following a tense on-field incident during the classic encounter. The details remain murky, but insiders suggest a heated exchange between the player and coaching staff may have triggered the fallout, leaving fans stunned and pundits scrambling for answers. This decision marks a stark departure from the club's usual handling of internal squabbles, signaling that Nancy is prepared to prioritize team harmony over individual talent. Those within the dressing room hint that the atmosphere has grown increasingly charged in recent weeks, with rumors of disagreements over tactics and attitude bubbling to the surface. While the identity of the sidelined player remains under wraps, speculation has ignited across social media and fan forums, with theories ranging from senior veterans to promising youngsters being affected by Nancy's disciplinary hand. Observers note that this move could send a clear message to the squad: no one is above the collective ethos, not even established stars. The manager's past spells at other clubs suggest he is unafraid to make bold calls, and Celtic supporters are now bracing for how this shake-up might influence team dynamics in the weeks to come. If the rumors hold, Nancy's uncompromising stance may either galvanize the squad or sow seeds of tension, leaving football pundits and fans alike to wonder just how far the Celtic boss is willing to go to maintain control. While official confirmation from the club remains absent, the speculation alone has ignited a frenzy, with many questioning the timing and the potential ripple effects on future fixtures. Whatever unfolds, one thing appears certain: Wilfried Nancy will not be forgiving any breaches of discipline, and Celtic Park is on tenterhooks as everyone waits to see who will emerge unscathed from the manager's iron grip. Hello, fan. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.